From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're underway from Kansas City. Returnable from the 1. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion.
70, 60 average, 60 average. Trap 60, trap 60.
First play is to the air. That's him on the quick hitter. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Here we go. Check, smash. 19, Tiger, 19, flag, Warriors, 17. Panther 50, Panther 60.
Now looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, here's a body conduct. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now.
70 Rangers. Ready.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Oh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that set.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. They can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. Man downfield, he's got it. It's Worthy. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right up the gut. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Sent to the ground by Pete Warner.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Quick throw completed by Mahomes. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Hits his running back. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Second and 3 now. Caught quick right side. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Come on. Hey! Pressure on 80. 19 Lions.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And it's going to be brought down up to the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
We send a man in motion.
19 tight.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay a game.
60 vices. 18 rattlers.
Dropping back to throw. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
There's a big part of me that even through all these interceptions this year appreciates the gunslinging nature of this rookie quarterback. But the other side of me knows that when you get a narrative written about you and you become turnover prone, that can be a really tough narrative to change.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop. I'm going to say about the 37-yard line.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Back to Worthy. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
15. Hey, yo, go. 15.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that 1st down flag. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Has him running the comeback. Nothing to speak of after that catch. forces. The completion gets him down to the 21. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Setting up the screen. He's within striking distance. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas
Butker
City.
on now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
That's one quarter down in our Christmas Eve contest. The Chiefs in control so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They have second and pretty long here.
70, Timberwolves. Warriors, 70. Check smash. Check smash. Cut 19. Cut 19.
I'll throw it. That's incomplete left side. That one was intended for Travis Hunter. That's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Check, check, check. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 Lion.
Here he goes, third and long. Finds him on the crossing route. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Takes it in at the 21. Oh, Brown has it knocked out. And the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
I'm pretty sure his special teams coach is going to have a talk with him after that one. He can get as creative as he wants and do whatever he wants. Just don't lose yardage or the ball. You start doing either, and there's a problem.
60, 60. Ready. Press all 80. Ready.
They'll work against the blitz. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
All All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. He's going to throw again on second down. Looking right, and he finds him. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Third and a lone yard coming up. We'll go with a design keeper, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Come on. Hit. 60 Bison. Go.
From the pistol, they're going to run with ETN. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Pass play now. Throw is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fields this one at the 3. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Here's Mahomes. Escapes the puck, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down.
Yellow.
Third and long for him here. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Takes it in at the 26. And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10.
70 Lions. Ready.
Throwing off the play fake. Headed out right. Wide open downfield. Got it! And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Ready, set.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Rig. Lightning 18.
He's going to throw it. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Hey, 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Mustang 19. Ready.
Back to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Noah Williams.
The second down pass. Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their
Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he hangs on to that football brought through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down throw, Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
Chiefs 41. Jaguars 7. Harrison Butker in a kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Going to let this one fly deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throw here, third down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
Their own 36-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Has him on a quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes now. Drop off Popeye's back. And they are on him short of that first down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
It's fielded at the 14. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
First and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Let's go now.
Yep, as expected. They go to the ground to start this one off. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
39 now after that explosive start to this drive. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Here we go, here we go. Check, ready.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Okay, ready?
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set.
He'll throw it. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Brought in inside the 20. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Cougar 90, Warriors 70, Rebel 80. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
One final shot before the half. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Brown with a return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Caught into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
10 yards on the
The goal of running that drag route was to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was merely room to add even more.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down, and they go right back to it. They stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Yellow.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Completed to his running back. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Chiefs first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Throwing is Mahomes. Finds his favorite target again. It's worthy. And he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Yellow. Outside.
He finds him right side. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40.
Let's go. 18, go.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
They break the huddle. It's second down now. Etienne again. He's tackled after a gain of about 6. It's third down now.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that, which is kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground you need to keep plays and drives alive.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. Cowboy 70 Ranger.
No throw, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Get your money up. I put money down. On all of us. On my people now. On what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it down.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They pitch it out to him here. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Yellow.
Back to the well again. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Yellow.
Mahomes hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
1st down from the 42.
Yellow.
He just get the play off. Dumps it off to his running back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. It's Chiefs football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the 4th. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Dumped off to his running back. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Massive hits. The ball's out. And it looks like the Jaguars got to it.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third and just 2 to go.
Here we go, check. Check the eagle, check the eagle.
Motion the tight end over. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Hits his running back. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they face 2nd down. Throwing it again here. That finds Hunter downfield. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40.
60 Vices, 60 Vices. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Still sticking with the passing game. Caught out left. And he's taken down at the 30. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go! Go!
ETN gets it on the draw. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Cowboy Hawk 70.
They go right back to ETN. And not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready? ball. Come on. 18, find it. 19, stop.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be hit by a defender and knocked away. Incomplete as the end zone look comes up empty, Brock. They've got a fourth down decision to make. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
And the Jaguars sending out the field goal unit. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10.
Yellow.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Good running here on first down as he works his way forward for about 8.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Second and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2.
Yellow.
Another carry for him. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs nearing their 9th win of the season.
Yellow.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Looks like a designed run here from Mahomes. Lining up to take a knee on second down. It's a designed run from Mahomes. Setting up for the kneel down on third. Here's Mahomes on a designed run. The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.